This is lesson 25, part 3, and we'll be continuing with our rhythm reading practice. In these lesson 25 videos, I will not be spending time reviewing any of the topics we've covered other than naturally reviewing them because they'll come up as we work through our reading examples together. But I would recommend looking back on past videos if you want to just revisit the topics and make sure your foundation of understanding in the arena of rhythm reading is nice and strong. Especially helpful might be the videos, there were 4 of them in lesson 24, where I tried to review every topic we've covered so far in our Byte by Byte music literacy course as it pertains to rhythm. Beginning with exercise 12 in the 4/4 section of the book, we'll start as always by looking at the time signature. The top number's a 4, so we know that because that top number of the time signature is either a 2, a 3, or a 4, we're in simple time, and we can just take the time signature at face value. So the top 4 will tell us that there will be 4 beats per measure. And the bottom 4, we can think of it as the denominator of a fraction, will tell us that a quarter note will be our 1 beat or pulse note. From there, we can go over here to the note and rest value pyramids and assign 1 beat specifically to each quarter note and quarter rest, 2 beats for half notes and half rests, 4 beats for whole notes and whole rests, and half a beat for each 8th note and 8th rest. That means that our quarter notes will be our do or 1 beat notes when we use our Gordon rhythmic language. And our 8th notes will be our do day notes, our half beat notes. In looking at this example, I see I have quarter notes, quarter rests, 8th notes, and 8th rests. There's a few tricky looking measures with some 8th rests, so I'm going to go ahead and mark in my beats everywhere. So our first do will fall right here. The do, day together will make up our next big beat. Do, do, day, do, day. Our next beat will fall right in the silent do. The 8th rest plus the 8th note together will finish up that beat. And then our next do falls here. The 2 8th notes together are equivalent to 1 quarter note. Our next do falls here and will be silent or mouthed or whispered. The 8th rest plus the 8th note again are equivalent to 1 quarter note beat. So our next do falls here. Do, day, do, day. Do, day, do, day. Notice there are 4 8th notes beamed together, but because they only have 1 beam, we know they're still just 8th notes. Quarter note, and then a quarter rest. Quarter note, quarter note. Our next do falls right here and will be silent or mouthed or whispered. An 8th rest plus an 8th note is equivalent to 1 quarter note, so our next do falls here. Do, do. Our next do is again silent or mouthed or whispered. 8th rest plus the 8th note together is equivalent to the 1 quarter note beat. Our next quarter note beat falls right there. Do, day, do, day, and another silent do for the quarter rest. Silent do, the silent do plus the day is equivalent to 1 quarter note beat, so our next do falls here. And 1 more do for a quarter note, final do for this quarter note. Looking at measure 2 right here, I'm just going to go ahead and write in my syllables. Do, day, do, day. You can see it's actually a steady stream of 8th notes. So I'm just going to cross out the ones I don't need to speak out loud, that I can just mouth or whisper, underline the others. And I'm going to, without even keeping a beat in my hands or feet, I'm just going to try speaking and whispering these syllables to try and understand what the rhythm might sound like. Do, day, two, day, do, day, two, day. And then I'm going to tap a stable beat, but without the metronome to take some of the time pressure off. Ready, speak, do, day, day, do, day, day. Looking down here at measure 5, I'm just going to pencil in my subdivided 8th note pulse here. Now I'm going to write in my syllables. And then I'm going to cross out and underline the syllables I need to say. And this time I'm just going to indicate that the do will be held through that day. The do will be held through this day, so we'll say these two do's. We will not say this do. I will mouth or whisper it. We'll say this day. We'll say this do and just hold it through that day. I'm going to try and speak and whisper the syllables as needed, first of all, trying to keep a stable beat, but not even worrying about clapping or tapping the beat with my feet right now. Ready, speak, do, day, do. And now without the metronome, I'm just going to try clapping or tapping with my foot, a nice stable beat. Ready, speak, do, day, do. Please feel free to continue to do this with any measures that look to be a little bit tricky or problematic to you. I see that my smallest note values are, of course, eighth notes, so I'm going to try and keep a steady stream of do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, going either internally or mouthed or whispered as it's helpful throughout this entire example. Setting the metronome at 70, this is our quarter note pulse. We're going to put this into our hands or feet. Ready, clap. Ready, speak. Do, day, 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 day, do, day, do. Moving on to example 2, you notice we're still in 4/4 time. This, by the way, is an example of simple quadruple meter. I'm going to go ahead and mark in my quarter note do beats. So quarter rest, do day. Do will be silent, eighth note and the eighth rest together are equivalent to one quarter note beat. Do. Do will be silent for a quarter rest, do day. A silent do with a spoken day. Do day, do, silent do, day, silent do with a day, finishes up that beat, do day, do, silent do, day, do, day. Silent do with a spoken day, do, spoken do with a silent day. Spoken do, silent day, 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 do, and another silent do. There are a lot of measures in example 2 where we have a silent do and then a spoken day, so I'm just going to take one example of a measure like that and break it down. So looking at measure 2, I'm going to first of all draw in my eighth note subdivided beats just to see where those line up. Then I'll pencil in my syllables. And I will underline and cross out the ones I won't need to speak, so I don't need this first beat at all. I do need to say both do and day. I won't say the do. I'll mouth or whisper that. Say this day, say this do, say this day. So again, without even keeping a beat with my hand or foot yet, I'm just going to try and speak and whisper or mouth these syllables to try and understand what the rhythm might sound like. Do day, do day, do day. And then I'll keep a slow beat in my hands or feet without the metronome. Ready, go. Do day, do day. Again, looking at this example, I see that eighth notes and eighth rests are my smallest note values, so I'm going to try and keep a steady, stable pulse of do day, do day, do day, do, day. Going either internally or mouthed or whispered as it's helpful throughout this example. I'm going to set the metronome a little bit slower now to 60. Putting this beat into our hands or feet. This is our quarter note beat. Ready, clap. Ready, speak. Do, day. Day, do. Do, day. Day, do, day, do. Do, day. Day, do, day, do. Do, do, day, do. Do, day. Day, do, do, do. Do, 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 day, do. Moving on to exercise 56 in the 3-4 section of our book, looking at example 3. As always, we'll begin by looking at the time signature, which is 3/4 time, because the top number is either a 2, a 3, or a 4. We know we're in simple meter, simple time, so we can take the time signature at face value. We know then that we're in simple triple time, because the top number tells us we will have 3 beats per measure, and the bottom number tells us that a quarter note will be our beat or pulse note. From there, we can assign specific beat values to the note and rest values that we see here in the pyramids. 1 beat for quarter notes and quarter rests, 2 beats for half notes and half rests, 4 beats for whole notes and whole rests, and half a beat for each eighth note and eighth rest. Looking at example 3, we can see we only have quarter notes and quarter rests, so we will just be thinking in do's, setting the metronome at 60 and keeping this steady beat in our hands or feet. Ready, clap. Ready, speak. Do, do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Do. Do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Moving on to example 4. 1, ready, speak. Do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. 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 Do, do, do. Do, do. Continuing with the metronome at 60, putting this beat into our hands or feet. 1, ready, clap. 1, ready, speak. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do, 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 do.